let's talk about the quality of touch in Roundnet. The quality of touch in Roundnet is factored by two primary things. First one, landing zone. So I'm either here being a defender or as a serve receiver. Now my setter is there. And right now, I get a defensive touch, and this defensive touch goes in that quadrant, okay? And remember, in Roundnet, we have 4 quadrants when hitting, 4 quadrants in general. 1, 2, 3, 4, okay? Yeah, 4 quadrants, 360 divided by 4, okay? And so, if I now get this defensive touch or serve receive, and I put it in that quadrant right there, the setter's footwork, they have to go from here to here, through 1 quadrant. Medium footwork. Okay? Medium level footwork required. Me, on the other hand, it went opposite me. We know the definition of being in system as a hitter is be opposite the setter and be at the net and ready before the ball is set. We know this. And so my position would be here. And so now the footwork demanded for me, low. Okay? So when I got my first defensive touch or my serve receive, it went in that quadrant opposite me. Footwork demanded for the setter, medium. Footwork demanded for me, low. Right? Because I was already in my quadrant. Now we take it up. Next situation. I'm in my defensive position or my serve receive and I touch it in that quadrant there. Footwork demanded from my setter. High. Why? They had to pass through 2 quadrants, 1, 2, to now set me. Footwork demanded is high. Me, footwork demanded, medium. I had to pass through 1 quadrant. And now we take another example. I get a defensive touch, serve receive, it lands in my quadrant now. Footwork for the setter. Medium, they have to pass through 1 quadrant. Footwork demanded for me. High, I've had to go through 2 quadrants to get opposite this ball. That's going to be tough. And then the final zone, there, inside the setter's quadrant, footwork demanded for the setter, low. It's already in their quadrant, they don't need to go anywhere. Low footwork demanded for them, that's great. And for me as a hitter, medium, because I had to go through 1 quadrant. And so the principle when we're talking about the landing zone of the quality of touch in Roundnet is we want to require the least amount of footwork for both the setter and the hitter to be in system before the ball is set. So that's the principle when we're talking about the landing zones in defense and the landing zones for serve receive. It's 2 in 1, okay? We want to demand the least amount of footwork for setup and the hitter to be in system. But wait, there's also one more big factor, the height. Because let's say that I'm here, I'm in my serve receive position, or I'm in my defensive position, I get my touch and it goes there. But by the time that ball hit the floor, I only managed to get here. Why? Because there wasn't enough height on the ball. And so therefore, I only managed to get here, I'm now out of system, right? Remember, definition of in system, opposite the ball and at the net and ready before the ball is set, okay? And the point is that not only is the serve receive landing zone, the defensive touch landing zone important, but also the height threshold. If I get it too low, okay, yeah, I didn't demand a huge amount of footwork from them, but I only managed to get here. Versus if I gave it a little bit more height, now I'm here. Now it's easy game, because we're both in system. However, if I get too much height, well, I was here and waiting. And that whole time that I was here waiting gave the defense more time to rotate and get in system. And we know the definition of in system now in Roundnet, opposite each other, eyes on the ball before it's set, and within the distance of the ball to the net before it's set. So I'm trying to give the ball the minimum amount of height required while also demanding the least amount of footwork to be in system before the ball is set. That's the principle.